The government, to a large extent, seems like a really uh, big foreign collection agency because debt in itself is really foreign in the concept of nature. There is no debt in nature. Nothing in nature collects debt. So even the wildlife that's out in the forest doesn't collect debt. We'll give it for instance when there's trees out there. You don't see squirrels putting up little signs, tree for rent, because the other squirrel, of course, would say they're nuts. So we're going to look at it from that perspective. Is really the government just some kind of like artificial, made-up collection agency? Because we know that Jesus canceled all that according to Colossians 2:13. So let's take a look at the definition of legal. If we just look at the etymology of the word legal, bear with me for a second. I'm reading out of the New World Dictionary of American English, 3rd College Edition. This is just one of the many ones that you can use as a reference to this. And the beginning, right in the beginning of legal, it says to collect. Interesting that it uses the word to collect in there. Okay, well, we're going to look at law because we'll say, oh, no, well, law would probably mean the same. I said, no, it doesn't. It says something laid down or settled is the root of the word law. So when God laid down the law, it's settled. Okay? And of course, Jesus fulfilled the law. He didn't come to destroy it. So when we're looking at documents, here's a request to get a birth certificate in Ontario. Well, of course, these will probably disappear eventually because they don't like paper. If they can avoid just get you to do it online. So we look at what it says here. It says at the very end when you're signing, of course, to execute yourself, I authorize the Office of the Registrar General to issue the requested document information and consent to the Ministry of Government Services collecting information about myself and the person named on the birth certificate. There you go. There's the word collect again. So when you're asking for one of these, you're giving them the power to come after you to collect debt. Because everything you do when you go to the court, you walk in there, you walk in with that last name, that surname, and you're part of the Canadian membership system or a United States membership system. You've actually put yourself out as the debtor because surname, of course, is a debtor. If I could have made this up, I think it may be easy just to rationalize it away. But this is what is in front of you, and this is what you're doing. So you walk into the court, they don't need any proof that you're there to do anything more than pay the debt because you walk in as the debtor. You can't win in that. Remember it said in Scripture, it says that the believers would be brought before governors and kings for his name's sake. It didn't say you were going to walk in there as a volunteer. And that's why fairness or conscience or equity in law will not support a volunteer. So everybody's volunteering into this by consent, and they're going to keep on working this because the whole system is one big legal monetary collection agency of Satan and all his kingdoms.